They getting it in the mall.
Isn't it amazing how easily and how often we racialize even the most trivial things in this country now? Statues, Betsy Ross flags, tennis shoes. Just yesterday on MSNBC, Eric Michael Dyson, the fraudulent professor of fraudulent studies at Georgetown University, said that, well, we can't use the Betsy Ross flag anymore because white people are roaming the countryside using it to attack black people. Yes, he said that.
But also, it's the recent use of this flag that has been most opprobrious. Right-wing white supremacists have used it as a rallying cry for their own cause. And none of these flags are kind of set in stone, right? It's depending upon the culture in which you live, the moral ecology of the time. So right now, this flag has been used by people who want to pummel African Americans, Latinx, Jews, and other people, neo-Nazis who want to claim that they have their true copyright on American identities.
Okay, Professor Dyson. Okay, MSNBC. This is right about the time where you have to give us an example of this story, or else we are going to think you're telling fairy tales. That's a polite way of saying you're sitting there lying your ass off, and just because you know nobody's going to challenge you. And that's why Colin Kaepernick also had to tell Nike to take it down, and why Nike was so acquiescent. Yes, everything is pretty much racialized now, even the most innocent of things, except for one thing. Large groups of black people running through the country doing real crime, not imaginary Eric Michael Dyson crimes like this.
We begin with newly released video of the most wanted suspects in the Bay Area tonight. KPX5's Joe Vasquez live at Tan Fran Mall in San Bruno. Joe?
Veronica, this video is pretty shocking. You can see the two men who fired those shots and wounded two other young men, teenagers, in the middle of the day in this busy shopping mall. The new video, edited and released by the San Bruno Police Department, shows the chaotic moments of the shooting inside Tanforan Mall. Watch to the right of the screen as one gunman begins shooting. A victim is down on the ground. A short time later, a group of young men takes off running from left to right of the screen, and we can see why. A second gunman begins firing shots into the crowd. He takes cover next to an elevator and opens fire.
I heard like 5-6 times, like boom, 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 like the gun shooting.
Surveillance video from inside the Milk Cow ice cream shop shows another angle of that group of young men running just after gunshots ring out. The clerk doesn't want to be identified. She says she was frightened as the crowd ran one direction and then back the other.
People like hiding, running away, and then I try to close like my gate and then ask the customer outside that come in to my store like hiding.
Tanforan Mall became a war zone, which is why Army Staff Sergeant Isaiah Locklear was able to keep his cool, take off his shirt, and use it to apply pressure to the abdominal gunshot wounds of one of the victims.
I knew definitely that there was handguns being used. I heard a couple of shots go off. Me at Staff Sergeant Mall ran out our office in the mall.
Sergeant Michael Marl is his colleague at the Army recruiting office. It bears repeating. Both men ran toward the shots instead of taking cover.
Took a second to find the wound, and not a whole lot of bleeding. Kid took it very well. Pretty proud of the kid. Just hope he's okay.
In fact, those two victims, teenagers, ages 12, well, actually 12 is not a teenager, not yet a teenager, and 16, they're still in the hospital. Police say they're in serious condition but expected to recover.
Wild surveillance video from inside the North Face store at the Pleasant Prairie Premium Outlets shows what police are calling a mob shoplifting incident.
They were in and out of that store within 30 seconds.
Police say the heist went down like this. Monday night, just before 8 o'clock, 10 men swarmed the store, 9 of them grabbing clothes off the racks, sprinting out, and making off with more than $30,000 worth of merchandise.
They had planned this out.
Pleasant Prairie Police Chief David Smetana says the thieves knew exactly what they were after.
This isn't a group of 10 people walking by a store and coming up with an idea to hit it.
He says they are investigating whether this group is linked to other similar robberies in the area. Chief Smetana says the men did not approach any of the North Face employees, who called the police right away.
Their main objective was not to confront anybody. It was to grab as much product as they could in the shortest time frame they had and exit the store with it.
Although the men were caught on camera, they were gone before police could catch them.
We're depending on some video footage from inside the store and outside the store to try to help us identify who the offenders are.
So how many times have we seen something like this in malls? Large-scale black mob violence in stores, in the malls, on Valentine's Day and Christmas, or just a regular old day in the summer. Hundreds and hundreds and hundreds.
Please, sir. I want some more.
How many times have we seen white people do it? How many times have we seen black people do it? And how many? The answer is 0 and many, many, many. So I guess Eric Michael Dyson is going to be telling us now that white people are doing this in malls with guns, carrying Betsy Ross flags. Why not? It worked on MSNBC yesterday, and it's pretty much guaranteed not to make the black kids angry.